Wow, it's hard to believe that I've been doing this for 41 years. At first, it seems even harder than it was all with the same company. However, when I look back, there seems to be a very compelling reason why this has happened. It all has to do with the high values, standards, and ethics at Hunzinger Construction. When I first started, there was no such things as mission statements or written business guidelines that spoke to those sort of things. However, I recognized these high values in the manner that everyone at the company conducted the way that everyone at the company conducted their everyday business. This supposition was bore out in the years to come when the company did develop a mission statement which included the words, "Do the right thing." This accomplishment of maintaining high standards needs to start with the ownership of the company, but it doesn't stop there. It needs to be embraced by all employees throughout the organization that they recognize and embrace these high standards. This environment is probably the biggest reason why I've stayed employed here so long. I can only hope that everyone here has the same opportunity to be able to do that in their careers. Page has got a little wet and got stuck together. One of my biggest passions during my career has been to make everything better. This philosophy started for me way back in my younger days in the Boy Scouts on my way to Eagle Scout. The most memorable thing that I remember from those days was an activity we performed at the end of every scouting function to leave the area cleaner and better than when we first got there. Some of the ways that I brought this ideal forward in my career include things like fixing problems. Much of our work involves talking to subs, suppliers, owners, architects when problems arise on projects. I've always tried to offer up solutions and work with people so that there is some mutually agreeable solution that can be found and enacted, thereby leaving others with a sense of closure and accomplishment for that situation. Project satisfaction. The industry-wide goal is always to finish a project, of course, on time and with the issue of keeping it within budget. That has always been one of the main goals that I've done through my career. Another process is to improve the process. A major factor in our industry, as in all industries, is the fact that we have technological advances. Throughout the years, I have helped my company explore and implement these new technologies and processes. And finally, education. To educate the next generation of persons in the industry has always been a big passion of mine. I've had the opportunity to teach at the Milwaukee School of Engineering for the last 28 years and have helped develop the CM program at that school. You may have noticed that I did not start off my speech with the thank yous. I left that for the ending for a reason, to offer a challenge to all of you. I would first like to thank my wife and my family for their support in the years of construction and teaching. Second, I would like to thank MSOE for allowing me to fulfill my passion to educate the next generation. Third, I would like to thank Hunzinger Construction for allowing me to be part of their great team, which has had a long, great, and important role in the building of Milwaukee's skyline. And lastly, I would like to thank all of you in attendance for making yourself a better person and employee, making your company a better company by doing the right thing, making our subs and supplier friends better by understanding and supporting their roles in our construction industry, by making our architects and engineer partners better by maintaining an open and honest communication path with them, making the projects we are involved with better by going beyond the owner's expectations, making our industry better by sharing and collaborating ideas and values. And last, most important goal, making society better by advancing the integrity of our industry and building structures that are beneficial to society. Thank you.
Thanks, Larry. I'm going to start out by thanking people. I'd like to thank the Daily Reporter for recognizing me for a lifetime achievement in the construction industry. Thank you. The construction business is very demanding and can also be challenging for our families. I'd like to thank my wife, Diane, my 3 sons, Jason, Jonathan, and Jordan, for supporting me throughout my career. I'd like to thank Hunzinger Construction for providing the opportunity to work at something I really enjoy all these years. During my time here, I've worked with 4 generations of Hunzingers. I worked with the grandfather, the father, the sons, son-in-law, and now their sons and daughters. 4 generations of company here in Milwaukee. Thank you to the current Hunzinger construction generation, John Hunzinger, Jim Hunzinger, and Kevin O'Toole. They have provided a culture of support, freedom to succeed, and the opportunity to become a trusted advisor to our own workforce, as well as our customers. I worked in the construction industry for nearly 50 years. I started with my father, Ken Becker and Sons, at the age of 15, working in a utility construction. After high school, he encouraged me to go to Milwaukee School of Engineering, where I graduated with a bachelor's degree in architectural engineering. My father taught my 7 brothers, 2 sisters, and myself the importance of hard work. He instilled in all of us that to be successful, you need to be productive and set your goals high. I admired him because he had to be productive to support such a large family. I apologize for my emotions. I've worked for Hunzinger Construction for over 42 years since graduating. It doesn't feel like 40 plus years. It feels like 10 years to me. This longevity doesn't seem like such a big deal to me because it's common in our company for people to start and finish their careers, usually spanning 30 to 40 years. I think this means I enjoy my work and what I do. I was fortunate in my early years to have great mentors to help me learn and grow. I worked with Irv Zacher, for any of the older people in this room who might recognize the name, for 15 years in the early part of my career. He was the best superintendent I've ever been associated with and taught me more than I can say. Most of us can identify a mentor like Irv in our careers who was instrumental in our growth. The importance of mentoring the young people in our organizations cannot be overstated. As time has gone by, Larry and I, among others, have become the mentors. It is a pleasure to work with and provide support for our people, like Matt Horton, Kevin Lawley, and Dan Von Ruden, some of our folks that are here tonight. Thank you, Matt, Dan, and Kevin. It's a pleasure to work with you. Over the years, I've worked on some great projects, including the Hyatt Hotel, numerous Harley-Davidson projects, the MSOE Current Center, the MSOE Current Field, the Wisconsin Center, Miller Park, the Milwaukee Bucks Entertainment Block, the Bradley Center that was completed in 1988, and a new project to demolish the Bradley Center. The demolition of the Bradley Center is not what I expected to ever have to do when we built it. On the other hand, we built the Summerfest Marcus Amphitheater 30 years ago. And now we're upgrading it as the Summerfest American Family Amphitheater, transforming it into a state-of-the-art concert venue. I think this is a more fitting project as my career comes to completion. Instead of tearing it down, we're making it better. Thank you to everyone who has helped me during my career. I hope I have helped as many in theirs. Thank you.